understanding credit, understanding money and finances and how to be profitable in your business. And so that's kind of the next step, right? You have that proof of concept, you build a great product offering and service, and you start to help people. And one of the next challenges you run into is being profitable.
Yeah.
And that's a pretty big one. And so what are some of the concepts or steps that you can take to make sure that you're actually being profitable with your business? Because a lot of times people don't even know.
You know what? I'm gonna pull out my phone because I don't want to butcher this, but I sent you a tweet last night that Alex Hormozi put out, and I think it's important that we read this because we talk about all these things beforehand, but once you have that proof of concept, it's time to go, right? You can't sit there and twiddle your thumbs and say, I need to know every single little thing about this before I move forward. Once you have that proof of concept, it's time. Alex Hormozi, very, very successful. If you're not following him, you should. You should follow him on YouTube, on Twitter. But he says, if you have all the information to make a perfect decision, you miss the opportunity. So again, once you have that proof of concept, it is time to act. And now that it's time to act, the question was some things to make you more profitable, right? Sometimes being more profitable means you need to spend a little bit more money. And what I mean by that is getting the right tech, getting the right technology, the right CRMs,
100%.
the right phone systems, the automated texting. Yes, maybe it's a little bit more money today, but have the proper tools and forecasting resources so that you can see, yeah, it's a little more money this month and next month, but look at over the next 12 months and look at how the conversion's going to go up. Look how many more people we're going to contact. So I would say one of the biggest things that I see with smaller businesses is they are so consumed in this, I just need a bootstrap. Well, guess what? If you would spend a little bit more money, you're going to be significantly more profitable. You're going to serve more businesses, more clients. And so becoming more profitable sometimes means spending a little bit more money.
It absolutely does. And the big example I'll pull out from our own story is back in, March, April of 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic. Our business is slowing. We've got 15, events that we were going to almost every single weekend that are canceled. That was where 50-60% of our clients for funding were coming from. Our business is coming to a slow standstill, and there's a lot of concern, but there was something we knew that we needed, and it was investing in a funding partner portal where our partners could send in clients and have simple tracking and know that their clients being taken care of, know when they're going to get access to funding so they can pay for their product, service, marketing package, whatever it was that they're offering to their client who's a business owner. And without making that investment, like we don't exist. We're not an 8-figure company. We don't have 30 amazing people here on our team working and serving small business owners if we hadn't made that investment in that software and that partner portal. And whatever your partner portal is in your business, maybe it's a piece of equipment. Maybe it is hiring that salesperson because you're doing all the sales work. Maybe it is understanding marketing better. And instead of you trying to figure out all the marketing and Facebook ads and YouTube ads, you're going to have to spend some money and go through a baptism by fire of bringing in a professional who that's all they do is YouTube ads. And they're really good at it. And you're going to have to spend some money and make a time investment and a money investment. And if you don't, it's kind of one of those things where through several times in the history of our business, I've looked and I've said, if we don't do this, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. One of those was actually, when we started out building this business education portal, Seven Figures Accelerator. It was doing well, but eventually I kind of came to this point where, all right, we need to get back to business funding. That's who we are. That's what we're best at. And now with this education, we're going to really create a better experience for every small business owner out there. And you know what happens if we don't? Nothing. 7 months later, we were still working in our homes. And I'm like, you know what? If we don't move into an office, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. So we had to move into office. And then whatever it was, it was actually just a year later, and the pandemic hit. And it's like, if we don't make this investment in this funding partner portal, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. We're going to go nowhere. And now we're at the point now where it's like, you know what, if we don't turn everything we do into a fintech app that can help so many more small business owners and get out there into their hands, if we don't make this change, this decision, this investment, you know what's going to happen? Nothing. As a business, you're either growing or you start flatlining and not growing, and it's all over after that. And so if you don't have that urgency, I think you really are going to want to. And again, thank God we're in the American financial system that, whatever it was, whatever you believe, something put forth all of the different atmosphere and opportunities for our government to come together in 1776 and create a system where so many things could happen. And you look at how the world has progressed in technology, and it really is technology. Technology has driven everything, and it came from this country and this financial system. So the opportunity is real. Everybody can create their own dream business, their own dream life, and it's because of this American financial system.
Absolutely. Amen. And especially like you were saying, early days of your business, as a business owner, I think it's so important that you focus your time, energy, and efforts on what you are good at, right? For us early on, if I was pulled off of the phones to work on setting up an API so that we could get reports from Experian, it's going to take me so much longer than it would a developer or someone that does that all day, every day. And guess what? By having me off the phones, we're losing way more money than we're going to save by having a developer come in and set this up for us. And so for me, we understood that early days of business, I need to spend all of my time on sales. You need to spend all of your time working with partners. So as a business owner, understand what you are good at, focus all of your time on that, and put your resources to having other people fill in where you're not the expert. It's okay to humble yourself and say, I don't know how to do this. Instead of taking 30 hours, I'm going to hire a developer that can do it in one. And guess what? You just saved 29 hours that you can now work on something else. It's that simple.
No question. So again, those are kind of the steps to build a business where you leverage the American financial system to create a business that can create your dreams, that creates products and services that make the world a better place. And even still, with all the different things happening in the economy, with government, maybe some irresponsible spending, other things, still the majority of the technology that improves our lives is coming from this country. And now you're seeing kind of the next phase of it there. The internet was born here in the U.S. in the 90s and really has grown. Social media, good, bad, and the ugly of it, obviously. With internet, with social media, there's always good as long as you're focused on the good. If you're focused on following negative people, you're going to get negative stuff in your feed. If you're focused on following people who are making the world a better place, who are entrepreneurs, then they're going to fill your feed up, and you're going to have these positive ramifications coming from technology. But at the end of the day, if you can invest in something with technology related to your business, and again, you don't have to know how to do it. You just have to have the idea, and then you have to be able to bring in people who can execute on it for you. That's going to create a really big competitive advantage for you, and that's kind of the key. Utilize technology, utilize systems and processes, and you have the opportunity to achieve and build the business that you want to.